Man, this is live. Anything can happen. Man, this is live. Anything can happen. Man, this is live. Anything can happen. Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
And what if you fuck up?
Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
I'd be pissed scared I'd get a boner or fucking fart or something.
Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
Shut the fuck up, man. You're making me nervous.
Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junk Man, coming back at you live. Look at that, live. Look at all that bright light on me, making me look more like a white honky than I am. Welcome back. Mondays, are you loving this? Mondays, live, 7 o'clock, Star Wars Mondays. Okay, let's not waste any more of your time. Let's put this right here where people can see it there. Got a lot of room over here. Let's get this out of my way, too. Not the action figure show. Well, what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about Star Wars Marvel Comics. We're going to look at the cover of every issue, plus the annuals, the 3D comics that's not Marvel, and some more surprises. And we're going to read some chats here. So, I'll try to read them all. Want to make sure I see them. Send a super chat. Don't got to. I'm going to try to read them all. But while I'm talking about the comics and stuff, I'm going to miss it. A super chat pops up by itself. No way, it's guaranteed I'll read it. And we're going to talk maybe an hour. Not sure yet. I was trying to eat a little something before I got on here. Y'all don't want to watch me eat on here. So, the Marvel Comics. Let's get this out of my way. It's in my fucking way, man. Can I say that? Did I just get demonetized? Did I get demonetized? How many people we got in here? 23 people. We are crushing the internet. 23 people here. Oh, man. Let's see here. Let's just jump over to the chat. I want to put the chat up here so you guys can... Well, you guys probably can see it already, can't you? I was going to say maybe I should put the chat over here so you guys can see it. But if you're watching, you probably can see the chat. So, guess you don't need to see the chat. But let's see. YouTube member, Chris, I made you a monitor. I made you the monitor. If that's one of the perks to become a YouTube or Patreon, you get to be a monitor. And you get to be a monitor on Facebook. So if you're a Patreon or YouTube member, let me know because I haven't added a lot of those. Shut up. Also, if you hadn't put your name at the end credits of the Action Figure Show, we want to do that also. But, okay. Red Fox standing. Okay, thumbs up. Number 17. Yeah, I want to hear what's your favorite cover as we go through these. I thought about doing a video today while I was looking at these. I think I did a video of my favorite covers. I needed to do like a top 10 worst covers because there's some bad ones in here also. But let's just get started with my love for Marvel Comics. I'll be honest, growing up as a kid, I didn't read comics. I mean, I might have got one here and there, but overall, I didn't buy comic books. There wasn't a comic book store nearby. The other one was way on the other side of town. So it's not like I could ride my bike and get over there or anything. But it wasn't until about 91, 92, where I hit this local comic book store. I could drive in, went in there, looked around, and found back issues of the Star Wars Marvel comics. They were like $1, 75 cents. Every once in a while, one was $2. If it was from the movie, a little bit more, $3 or $4. And I would just gradually start buying these until every weekend I would go in there and buy 3 or 4 of them. I love this period. It's funny how you don't realize it at the time, how great that was, but looking back, I mean, it was so nice to collect something that, one, was easy to find. For the most part, there were some key issues. It was easy to find. Didn't cost much, couple dollars. And I didn't go overboard. I buy maybe 1, 2 a week, maybe 3, depending on which ones I got. Go home, read it. Something I hadn't read the new Marvel comics, although I knock on them. I hadn't read the new Star Wars comics, but they just, from what I hear about them and see about them, they just don't seem like they're that fun. They're missing what the old Marvel comics had, was just pure fun. They didn't take themselves too seriously. They didn't, oh, this has got to fit into our canon and all that. It was just fun. I mean, you had a big Jackrabbit that I've heard is going to be a Black Series figure. I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that. I'm not Mike Zero. I don't have inside contacts, but somebody told me that there was going to be the rabbit from the Marvel comics and some other ones they're going to bring over to the Black Series. I hope so. And we'll get to one here in a second also that I don't really hear many people talk about. Will be kind of cool. What was I talking about? Oh, this comic book store. So I started buying up all these issues and everything. And this is, no one was into Star Wars, could get them really cheap. And this was the golden age of when everybody started collecting. Comic books really took off. Action figures. And that same comic book store, the guy that I used to work there all the time bought it, changed it up, started selling vintage Star Wars figures, and that got me into buying them again. But I love this period of going through those old comics, back issues, really cheap, trying to get a set. Now, I didn't have them all in order, but I would buy one here or there, so it was really hard to follow some of the storylines. What I really loved about the issue, and I should have had some of these pulled up and I didn't, was the letters from the fans. I don't know if I've done a video on that or not. If not, I need to. It's where fans will write into Marvel about the Star Wars. There's some in there talking about what they think is going to happen in Empire, what they think is going to happen in Return of the Jedi. It was like a message board. It was our Twitter back then, right? Now, that's pretty cool going back and reading some of that stuff. And, of course, seeing the old ads, the toy ads, and all kinds of ads. The Empire comic has some posters you're supposed to cut out. Luckily, the ones I have, nobody cut them out. Who wants to do that? Who wants to cut them out? Oh, but I love these. Now, I was talking about the Marvel comics. Did you know, what was it, 2018? Or was it 2019? Sorry, I should have had this in front of me. Marvel Comics, the new series, went back and did a 107. They did a final issue again. Continue, but what I don't understand, I'll show you that cover in a little bit. What I don't understand is it takes place after issue number 50, but it's 108. I think 107 is the final one, right? 107 or 105. I should know that. 107, I think. So, what gives, right? If they're going to continue, why don't they just do one that takes place in that time period? Instead of saying, here's 108, but it's going to take place after number 50. And here's something I didn't really like I didn't like this. If you read the Star Wars comics, when you got them all in order, Star Wars leads into the Empire Strikes Back story-wise. And that's what I really love going back to read these, is that they lead you into the Empire Strikes Back. And you would think they would do that with Return of the Jedi, but no. It leads you into to Return of the Jedi. It does do that, where they're looking for Han and everything. But those Return of the Jedi comics are not part of the number series of the vintage comics. See, like on top of my head, it was like number 30 was Star Wars, 31, 32, and then Empire was 34, and it went on and on. Jedi didn't do that. They did their own series. Which makes it kind of, when you're trying to read them in order, you're like, okay, is this after Jedi or before? I think it's right around number 50. I'll know it when I see the cover, I think, of actually, these are the events after Return of the Jedi. But I never liked they did that. I don't know why they did that with just Return of the Jedi. Yeah, Jedi was 4 comics, and then they released them all into one comic book. I did have that one as a kid. That one where they released all of them into one comic. I remember seeing that at a drugstore called Claxton Hill by my house. There's 2 guys, I guess, on it. One named Claxton, one named Hill. And they did have that. Let's see some chats before we start looking at these covers here. Let's see here. Pretty cool. You know, off topic, this guy always says I sound like Miley Cyrus from a Saturday Night Live skit where she says, pretty cool. And every time I say that, even before this guy told me that, I thought it in my head. I was like, I say pretty cool too much. I feel like Miley Cyrus. And then this guy pointed out too. So it just makes it even worse now that I know I'm not the only one that notices. So thanks a lot. Who said it? Card Shop Reality. Thank you. I don't know if you're the only one that pointed out. Somebody else pointed out before. I think it was you, but it might not have been. Agree. Sometimes you end up reading out of order if you weren't careful. Yeah, I mean, especially when I was buying them just here and there. I was buying them. You know, I had a checklist. Got this issue. Got this issue. So I was just pulling them and buying them. Pulling them and buying ones. Usually by the cover, what cover I wanted, or just the issue I need to have. I'll read it. So I never really I had to go back later and read it as a story. But some of them you can just jump into. But there's like the Wheel series that's before Empire. This really takes you a little bit longer. all Star Wars movies were good album collectors. All the Star Wars movies were good album collections. You mean the soundtrack? I missed you on that one. Yeah, Empire was 38 through 44. We'll get to that. Heir to the Empire, of course, was awesome. But that's really not Marvel Comics. So let's see here. Is Junkman. Am I in focus? Remember my action? Did you see the action figure show where every once in a while I was out of focus? I've never had that happen in a video. I don't know what happened. And of course, I didn't realize it until afterwards. There's a comic shop in Cookeville, Tennessee that has a ton of them. And cheap. Well, they're cheap. Get them because they've gone up a lot since then. I'm glad I got them in the 90s when I did, when they were $1 or $2. There's a few issues that are not mint, and I do have some reprints, but I don't care as long as I had the issue. I guess I sound like a person that about likes reproductions, repro. Hey, why do you care? Oh, a super chat. We got a chip. Bradley, good. You always send me issues. Good, Bradley. Here is some more help, Junkman. Thank you. I hope all goes well. Actually, my son's surgery is Monday. Next Monday. You might see a lag in videos next week. I'm going to try to get some banked up or maybe go pull out some older ones and kind of retouch them up and do special editions or something. So you're probably going to see that. Bad thing is my son's been at my ex-wife's house on quarantine for 14 days before surgery, and I hadn't seen him. So I've been just sitting over here. That's probably why you've probably seen a lot more videos lately. I think Friday was the first time in a week I took a day off, and that was just because I got lazy. Junkman, do you have the Jedi 1 through 4 series? The Return of the Jedi 1 through 4? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have all the vintage ones. Even the annuals. Comic book shop in Dallas typically carry old ones. That's good. All of the Star Wars comics just shot up in value. They did, right around the time the prequels came, they started going up in value, and they've gone up ever since. And especially those ones that's based on the movie and the final issue. That final issue one really took me a long time to track down. I had to get it at, there was a comic book show, well, a collector show that would come to our local mall like 2 times a year. And this one guy would come with a bunch of comics, and I think that's where I found that one. Hey, Junkman, say, hey, Mark, really loud. It'll make my kid's day. Hey, Mark! I was going to say, hey, Mark, really loud, like that was his name, just to be funny, but there we go. Hopefully you heard me. Thoughts on 40th anniversary 6-inch film. I'm just going to talk Marvels right now. City Packer Alone comic book stores. Man, I love comic book stores. It's like a bat cave, isn't it? It's like you're going into this special place that only the geeks hang out and stuff. That was before the Marvel comic came, and then they brought all the losers out. And no, I'm just picking. Okay. So let's look at these comics right now. Let's pull them up here. Let's see if I can get through this whole episode with no mess-ups. Well, let's see if we can start right here. We did! Number 1, classic cover. Classic cover. You gotta love this one right here. Green Darth Vader. Remember, they made an action figure based on this, and I never got it. I wish I did. If I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking over here so I can see the comic where I talk about it. The fabulous first issue. The greatest science fiction film of all... the greatest space fantasy film of all time. Yes, it is. Got a Y-Wing, got an X-Wing, got the fighter. Got everything, got Luke. Got Han wearing a yellow shirt. What's up with that? That's crazy. Oh, okay, you got Luke Skywalker, you got Obi-Wan right there. Let's look at issue number 2. And I'm probably going to miss some chats here. But again, super chats will go to the top, so I'll see them. But that's not just me begging for money. That's just so you've got something you think is important. But I'll catch up on some chats in a minute. I think I said chats with an S. Oh, I wish it was bigger so I could actually see what it says. Now, I was going to bring my comics itself, but it was too hard to film it and everything, so I just downloaded each cover here. Figure it's about the same, but there they are in the cantina. Look at that. I see a bunch of aliens. They don't look like any aliens I actually seen in the cantina. But I like that cover. Pretty little neat cover. It wouldn't make my top 10 worst covers. Wouldn't make the best, but it wouldn't be the worst either. Number 3, right here, still based on the movie. We got the Battle of the Death Star. We got Chewbacca back there, and they're trying to get out of the Death Star. Look at that. I like that Luke up in the corner over there. It looks like a Hercules or maybe a early He-Man, but that's a 30-cent cover. I ain't talking about the first issue actually has, a 35-cent cover where they test marketed it in some areas. That thing's worth a lot of money. Even back then, that thing was worth a lot of money. I've never actually seen it, but I've heard it goes for a lot of money. I need to look at that and see what it goes for, but I've heard that thing goes for... I know in the price guides back in the 90s, it was listed, $500-$600. Okay, we got Chris. Chris, thanks for the super chat. Hey, Junkman, you're my favorite YouTuber. What? I'm your favorite YouTuber? Thank you so much. You don't like I was trying to think of a stupid YouTuber. I can't think of one. Who's that cripple guy? He's pretty funny. Y'all watch that cripple guy? Is it okay to say cripple guy? They say it in the Bible, so I guess cripple's okay. It's like hanging out with a fellow Star Wars nerd during your videos. Hey, maybe one day we'll get the cons back. We can go to conventions again and we can all meet up somewhere. That'd be awesome. Because when I did Star Wars Celebration, I was still, well, I guess I'm still a small YouTuber, but then I was a micro YouTuber, so. Hey, Jumpman, Ben warned against comic book stores. You never see more rich, yeah, you never see a more rich of hide of scum and nerds and toys. That's true. Threw me for a loop there. Okay, number 4. Let's get through this. We got a lot of them to go through. Darth Vader. I like this cover here. Obi-Wan wearing a green bathrobe. Darth Vader with his red eyes. That's a pretty cool cover. I like the red on it. The red on the black looks really good. And then we got this one, the final issue from the movie. They see the Death Star's closing in on Yavin. Han's got some brown pants now. And he's like, get out of here. We're finished, kid. He has no hope for him at all. Okay, number 6. Oh, no, sorry. This is the last one from the movie. Sorry about that. Oh, we got another super chat. And Tommy just sends $2 and says a cool sticker. Thank you, Tommy. It means a lot. It really does. See, Luke Skywalker battle Darth. A little misleading cover, isn't it? If you didn't see the movie and you saw this, you would think Luke and Vader was going to actually have a fight scene together. But no, they have no fight scene. So, okay, now we got the away from the movies. The first issue away from the movies. I guess this is the first official EU story, right? Because I think this had to come out before Splinter of the Mind's Eye. So this might be technically the very first EU. We got Han. You got a wanted poster about there in the back. Got some kind of little alien with his head blowing up. I don't know exactly who that is. This is when he's gonna run into the Crimson team. I hadn't read these in a long time, guys. Sorry if I missed it. And I think they referenced that team. I don't know that word, Crimson, or whatever it was in Solo. I could be wrong. Number 8. Here's where he teams up with the rabbit. There's the rabbit back there, and look at Chewbacca. Look how big and angry Chewbacca is. That's crazy. Got a little like a prostitute lady back there in the back, kind of like a floozy. Looks like she's kind of old. Looks like she's about 60 years old. Got a fake Luke Skywalker thing back there, and a fake Obi-Wan for sure. Were the comics out before the movie? Oh, I forget. I think the first couple episodes did. I mean, first issues, not the complete issues. I have to double check that, but I think you are right, or right around the same time. I should have looked all that up. I know the novel came out. Not how do I think about it? I don't think the comic books did. I think the comic books came out after the movie. But I know the novel came out a couple months before. Okay, we got Han with his rabbit friend. Now, Lucas, I heard, didn't like this. I think I talked about it in a video I did I did a whole video about the fall of Star Wars Marvel Comics. How because of George Lucas rules, they had to end the series. It was selling good. They could have kept it going. So check out that video if you hadn't seen it. This guy says first issue came out March 77. Yeah, March 77. Oh, they made Jack the Rabbit canon again, did they? Like I said, I've heard a Black Series figure of them's coming out, but don't hold me to that. That's just what I heard. Oh, see, this guy says too. Black Series Jack Rabbit coming out next year. Is that official now? It's like I heard it like yesterday or something, but I didn't ever hear if it was for sure. But anyway, let's go on. Here's another Han Solo series. You know, if you're reading this comics, you're like, where's Luke? Where's Leia? Where's all the people I love? Where's 3PO and R2? Because it went into a Han storyline. That's one thing I don't like about these new comics. It's like there's so many of them to collect. There's Star Wars, and then there's a Poe Dameron comic, a Rey Skywalker comic, a Luke Skywalker comic, a Darth Vader comic, a Luke Skywalker comic. Just give us the heroes together. Number 11. We're back to Luke Skywalker now. Still not with Han Solo, but don't worry, they're going to team back up. The Fate of Luke Skywalker. This is where we finally get to see Luke Skywalker in some action. He's hanging out with the droids, of course. What else we got? Doom World. I don't like how they look like that. You know what that looks like? You know what that Luke Skywalker looks like? The 90s Luke Skywalker action figure. Don't that look more like the 90s Luke Skywalker action figure than what he does in the movie? But we got 35 cents. So I guess that test market went well and then moved on up to 35 cents now. What's it say? We want those robots. He actually calls them a robot. Luke calls him a robot in the movie, so. And that lightsaber can't stop us all. Well, they know what a lightsaber is. It's a red lightsaber. Luke's got a red lightsaber. How about that? Number 13. This is one that I have that's not mint condition. I need to get again. It's Dead Reunion. This is when they meet back up with Chewbacca and everybody. Number 14. I never really liked this cover. Again, it looks like the Power of the Force figure. How about that? But yeah, I never really liked this figure here. I never liked this comic book here. The Sound of Armageddon. Never really cared for something about the background and everything. It looks like if you was doing some LSD or some drugs, it would really blow your mind away. Number 15. Here we go. Han fighting death. This is where he puts on his spacesuit. He goes outside, fights in space with the Crimson Jack. That's his name, Crimson Jack. And I think they mentioned Crimson. I think they mentioned that word in the Solo movie. I haven't seen the Solo movie in so long. Here we go. Still only 35 cents. The Hunter. This is Hunter. The Hunter is in the issue. And he comes back in that issue they did about a year ago that I was talking about earlier. He's back, and they've got the rabbit still in the series. Jack the Rabbit. He's coming out. Yeah. I'm curious to see how that rabbit's going to look. I would love, the Hunter will be a great one to do. There's some other ones coming up I'll point out I'd love to see, but the Hunter will be a great one to do. But I don't know how popular the Hunter is. He's a cyborg guy. Spoiler alert, cyborg. I guess you don't say spoiler alert afterwards. Here's the first prequel story ever. Luke Skywalker on Tatooine when he was a kid. The untold tale of Luke Skywalker's past. And look at him. He crashed his land speeder and he's fighting some Tusken Raiders. And I guess that's his T-16 Skyhopper back in the back. We're at, number 17. Number 18. Look at the title of this one. Empire Strikes. This is a few years before The Empire Strikes Back. And they almost got it right. Makes you wonder if maybe Lucas saw this title and liked it or something. But there's 3PO. It looks like Pimpbot 3000. Remember Pimpbot? That's what he looks like right there. Pimpbot. Jumpman. Red was used for saber because ink was easier. I can see that. Chris said he's going to start. It's good. It's really good because not only is it a cool comic book to read, not only does the art look great in it, you know, you get a lot of history, like I said, with those the mailbag thing in the back of the comics and stuff. So I really like that time before Empire Strikes Back. Before Star Wars and Empire, that really early stuff I really love. Here's the start of the Wheel Saga. Now this is a gambling space station, I believe. I'm right. Look at it. It's got a skull in the middle. But I don't think it has a skull in the middle in the comic book. The Wheel of Doom. Oh, Wheel of Death. Sorry, I can't read here. What we at now? Number 20. Starting at the top 20. Death Game. Pretty good cover. Don't really got much to add to that one. Is still only 35 cents. This classic cover. I think this is probably considered one of the classic covers. Shadows of the Dark Lord. Oh, Shadows of a Dark Lord. It's been approved by the Comic Code. Did you notice all these have the Comic Code on it? I don't think they do the Comic Code anymore. Don't know when that went away. But there's Darth Vader. He's looking all menacing and everything. He's going to get those Star Warriors. No Han Solo. There's no Han Solo on the cover. There's Han Solo in space. He's going to fight Chewbacca to the death. That makes you want to go read it right there, don't it? Now, Dark Horse Comics reprinted some of these also in the 90s if you want to get them. And this is, I think this is still part of the Wheel series. Yeah, there's the Wheel in the background. And there's, they're getting away. Darth Vader's, watching the Falcon fly off. Number 24. A prequel, a real prequel here. Obi-Wan Kenobi. A story about Obi-Wan when he was a general. I think Leia's telling the story or something. I can't remember. Ben fights alone. You got a fake 3PO back there. Got a guy with a dagger and some guns. Pretty cool cover. He's younger, but I guess he's not much younger than Star Wars days. Or New Hope, I said. Here's a cover. I'm not really a big fan of this cover here. They're in their space suits and everything. It went up to 40 cents. I didn't see that. Went up to 40 cents. 26 here. Another artwork I'm kind of like, not one of my favorites, but again, it's not the worst. I'll show you some of the worst ones that we get later on in the series here. But this is R2, man. Can you imagine kids seeing this? R2 got shot! You had to buy that issue. If you was an R2 fan, this one here you had to get. Let me close. I got something popping up here. I don't know. Oh, the Hunter returns. Like I said, he's part cyborg, and here you can see. But I don't like that Luke Skywalker. Look at that Luke Skywalker. I do not like that Luke Skywalker. Look at that 3PO, but that Luke I do not like at all. Let's see here. Number 27. Han Solo still trying to get away. I believe this comic book, although it says something different on the cover, the name of this issue is Whatever Happened to Jabba the Hutt. I think that's this issue. And it's got Jabba the Hutt in it. This is years before Return of the Jedi. Years before. And it doesn't look anything like Jabba. I don't know why I forgot his name. Jabba the Hutt. It looks nothing like him. He's an alien creature. I'm sure you've seen pictures of it. That would be a cool figure, like the original Jabba from the comics. Put that as a figure. But here's the Hunter. I like this cover. It's a pretty cool cover. The Hunter. Look at his butt. Man, the Hunter's got a donka bunka donk. What they call it? Oh, let's see. What is this? Number 29. Yeah, somebody mentioned in the comic strips. I never really read the comic strips. I need to look into those. Princess Alone. Princess Alone. There's a first Princess Leia comic. All about the princess here. I didn't read it. I don't read girl stuff. That's a joke. Oh, we're back to Tatooine. Years before Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker goes back to Tatooine. How about that? Got a do-bag. Look at that do-bag. That do-bag is looking menacing for sure. Let's see. That's okay cover. Someone, I think, talked about this in the chat already. Jawa Express. Or maybe they did the Jawa of Doom. Look at the Jawas are running away. The Sandcrawlers coming out. It reminds you of an episode of The Mandalorian, doesn't it? Join Luke, Han, Chewie on the Jawa Express. Party members is at the Jawa Express. Okay, let's see. Now, who's this? And this guy, I can't remember this guy's name. And that's the one. Why don't they make a figure of this guy? He's straight 70s, early 80s looking. Look at him. He's got some crazy looking sunglasses like you win them at the fair. He's got that pink cape. They need to make this guy. This guy needs to be more popular. That's the guy I was saying. Everybody hears about the rabbit, the hunter. People kind of might know. But this guy's been lost in history. Bring him back. Bring him back. Thunder in the Stars. We're still at 40 cents at number 35. We're getting close to the release of Empire Strikes Back. Very close. Oh, go back. Let me go back to that one real quick. Look at Luke's saber. Look like a big old dildo or something. Okay. There's that guy in the green. There's that guy again. Said they ought to make a figure up. But look, Vader's playing chess with the Star Warriors. And as she says, Star Warriors on there. How about that? I didn't even know that. Darth Vader plays a game of death against the Star Warriors. Oh man, Dark Lord's Gambit. I like that cover. He's got the red eyes. Reminds me of Spaceballs when he's playing with his action figures. Let's see here. Red Queen Rising. This is Luke in his Yavin outfit. It looks like he's fighting somebody here. He's got a little bit more muscles there. Still 40 cents. I think we're getting very close to Empire. Uh-oh. Luke meets up with Darth Vader. Or is it? Are they trying to tease us? It doesn't say Darth Vader. It says Immortal Combat. And it shows somebody that looks like Vader with a lightsaber looks like Vader, but so they did like to tease us, didn't they? This was one of the first covers I was like, ugh. I think it took me forever to buy this one. I was like, ugh. I would love to have them in frame. I found some frames for comic books, but like $8 or something a piece, and I've got like over 115 of these. But it'd be cool to have them all framed on a wall. It would be awesome. But yeah, number 38. I'm not crazy. Look at that fake 3PO back there with a lightsaber. Wasn't like. Let's see. Let's take some chats before we get into Empire Strikes Back, and let's just see here. Good luck to your son. Thank you. Who said that? John. Thank you, John. Sonic says like Peanuts and Garfield. If you say it is, I'm not really sure. Looks like people's talking about the comic strips on here. 37 comic book was a tease. I said it probably wasn't Vader then, was it? Back, Bradley Good says back in 1978, I had 2 tabloid versions of the Marvel Comics, 1 to 3. Yeah, I think we're going to talk, 78. Okay, I thought you was talking about something else. But let's go. You ready? The start of the Empire Strikes Back. There we go. Not really one of the best covers, but you could win $2,500. How about that? This Marvel comic could be worth that. I don't like the word could be. That means most likely is not. It jumped up to 50. Let's see. Yep. I guess they knew it was Empire. They knew you could get a little bit more out of it. 50 cents. Wouldn't you love to go into a comic book store and find a comic book for 50 cents today? But there's Darth Vader. I think they would have put something more Hoth related. A Wampa related would have been cool. Al Williamson did the art. Somebody says in the chat, yeah, I should have mentioned some of the art guys, the writers. But here we go. Here's Luke battling the AT-ATs, the Empire Strikes Back Battleground Hoth. Ooh, and look at this. You can win a Toys R Us shopping spree. That would make me buy the comic book right there. Ooh, grand prize. $3,000 of Toys R Us at a shopping spree. Man, that would be awesome. I'd just go right to the action figure aisle, especially back in 1980. I would have went right back there and threw them all in the buggy. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let's go to another one here. You're going to see one of my favorite covers coming up. I think you know what I'm talking about. The asteroid field issue. I got the Falcon, Star Destroyer back there. Okay cover, nothing really special there. Let's go to the next one, which is probably one of my top 10 favorite covers. Might actually be in. I actually made a shirt of this cover. You can check it out. Nobody really bought it. Okay. There we go, the Bounty Hunters. Now, what a tease of a comic book. You open this thing up and it's got like, what, 2 panels? They don't even speak in it. What a big tease, right? But you got a Dengar, you got a Bosk in purple, and you got, of course, Boba Fett greasing the cover. Don't worry, he'll be back on the cover of some issues coming up. Number 42, that's a great cover right there. I love that cover. Boba Fett, The Empire Strikes Back. And then we got the betrayal at Bespin. This is when he arrives at Bespin, meets Lando and everything. He's got the guns out. Okay, I don't know who that guy in the gray is. Got Lobot back there, and let's see what's next. Yeah, this cover is one of the okay covers. Don't love it, don't hate it, but I think they could have done a little bit better. But it does get you excited because you're like, finally Luke and Vader get to meet up and fight each other here. Yeah, Chris is right. Boba Fett ain't never did nothing. Let's see here. Vintage Blasting said that he made his first comment. I'm ready to go there. The book is now big money, says Car Shop Reality. And Yoda Master says, every kid's dream. I guess to win that Toys R Us shopping spree, maybe? Hell, I'm not even kidding. That's my dream. What was the first Star Wars comic? Issue number 1. Okay, let's go. We're done, I believe, with The Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, so we got a Probe Droid episode. Is it Probot or Probe Droid? Because, Probot. Probe Droid. I've heard them go with both, but I didn't know which one. Okay. Kind of sucky cover. But you notice, let me go back. Oh, R2 and 3PO now up here in the top corner. I don't know when they changed over. They snuck that in on me there. Let's go to number 46 here. Got some kind of red monster thing. I don't remember much of these much of these issues, but it's a living nightmare stalking the universe. Oh, look at there. You know, they were really didn't know what to do with these series of comics. You couldn't use Han Solo. You couldn't have Vader and Luke meet up again. You couldn't talk about if Vader is his father. They had a lot of strangleholds on them that Lucasfilm put on them after The Empire Strikes Back. It kept going after Jedi, but really. Oh, Ashley's in here. Ashley, way to go. Welcome to the chat. You finally made it to a live chat, finally. Yoda Matt, hey Junkman, can I get the Bounty Hunter as a shirt? You can if you go to junkmanmerch.com. Junkmanmerch.com. I need to make one of the Hunter. That's what I need. I don't think anybody's got a Hunter t-shirt. Maybe I'll do, you know how I did like a figure, like each figure standing by? Do one of some Marvel characters. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see, what we at? Number 47. R2 look like he's walking backwards. What's really R2? He's like leaning forward or something. R2 looks really drawn, really crazy. There is another cover I never really cared about. 48. The Third Law. Vader meets Princess Leia. Whew, that gets exciting. Some dead man. R2's leaning back really far again. But at least he looks like he's leaning the right direction this time. And here, some of you might like this issue here. Look at the name of this issue. The Last Jedi. And there's Luke Skywalker. He's on a mission to find the Last Jedi. Ooh, makes you want to run out and read it right there. Still at 50 cent. And number 49, July, which is probably 81 by now, I would think. Somebody might know better, but 81 off the top of my head. If you could have a monster in Solo for the Castle Run scene, you can have a monster here. Now, I agree with you. You can always find a place for a monster. I have a pro droid in my butt. Okay, Tommy. Tommy has a pro droid in his butt. Okay. Number 50. The 50th double-sided issue. I like this cover here. Vader looks kind of weird, but I do like this cover. This is one of the covers I really like. Got like Obi-Wan back there. You got a ball with Luke. So they went back. Oh, sorry. Ball, like crystal ball or something with Han Solo and Chewbacca in it. I think they did a Han story in this. Kind of like a think back episode to work Han into a storyline. Lando looks kind of like he's drawn from Mad Magazine, though. And we're still at 50 cents. Can you believe this is a double issue? Oh, no. 75 cents. I was reading it wrong. 75. Let's see if it went up. Yeah, it went up because of the double super-sized Star Wars Saga 50th collector's issue. Usually when it says collector's issue, that means it ain't worth nothing. But that must probably worth something. Let's see. Number 51. We're still in the Empire Strikes Back era. We got a ATST, Chicken Walker, Scout Walker, whatever you want to call it right there, fighting, looks like Luke. 52. Now, my issue here has two covers on it. It's got 52. I mean, it's got the cover, and you lift it, and it's got another 52 cover on it. I don't know if that's something that happened a lot with comic books, but that's the only time I've ever seen it. It has two covers on it. Weird. But we got number 52 right there. Kind of plain cover. Not much I can add to that one there. 50. Ooh, TIE Bomber. Always good to see a TIE Bomber. 53. And you get a chance to rent a 10-speed bicycle. I remember being so against 10-speed bicycles. I was like, no, I don't want a BMX. I want something I can ride in the dirt. I don't want a 10-speed bicycle, man. That's for dorks. That was until you got a little older or you didn't want to jump ramps anymore and you just want to ride to your friend's house. And you say, oh, that goes up hills a lot better. Oh, look at the TIE fighter. Instead of dropping a bomb, they dropped a ladder. How about that? Princess Leia's all passed out there. Whoa, the amazing, look at the beginning, September 12th on NBC, Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Nah, I'm not a fan of this cover right here. Still at 50 cents though. Still in the Empire Strikes Back era. This one here, I really didn't like this cover here, but you can still win that 10-speed bike. They ain't gave it away yet. Oh, we jumped up to 60 cents. How about that? Let's go back. 60 cents. They got to pay. They got to pay for that bicycle some way, right? 60 cents with a very ugly cover. I don't like that cover at all. It's not the worst, but I really don't like it. Oh, look at this. Who thought you ever lived to see the day Lobot fights Lando? Look at that. And he's punching him with two. Look at that. He's punching him really hard. And they still, oh my God, they're still trying to give away that 10 speed. They're never going to give that thing, that Formula 10 speed. Oh, it actually says she'll take the speeder, the 10-speed racer. Let's see here. Really don't like these covers in the last couple of issues. This one was a little better, but still I'm missing that. I don't really like them. Battle on Bespin. They're still on Bespin here. You got Luke in his X-Wing fighter outfit. You can see, I don't know why I'm explaining this. You can see all that. Let's see, number 58. Don't like this cover either. But they're going to get really bad by the end of the series. Don't really like this cover either. They look like they're floating in space above a sun or something. Not a fan. Spacewalk, Death Walk. I'm not even a fan of that. Yeah, this is not doing it for me either. Number 59. 59. It's got Lando and Luke. Some kind of monster thing. I don't really know what should be. Number 60. I like Luke's pose here. I don't hate this one or love it, but that's okay cover. Got a bunch of new characters. I don't know who they are. Let's check over the chat real quick. Daniel said, I thought Lobot was a wuss. Apparently not. He's beating the heck out of Lando. Let's see what else we got here. Remember, I missed some of these. Again, if you want to make sure I see it, send a super chat. Oh, Walter Simpson art. Is that who they changed art? Something about this art. The last one's the 100 around there. I don't really hate the art. I really hate the art in the later ones. Brian Jepson says, My family was poor. We could only afford a 9-speed. Man, that Joker is funny, man. That's a dad joke. Okay, double covers are awesome and usually not common. Oh, thanks. So that's people's heard of that before. I've never seen that before. If you grew up in the country, you never saw a comic book for sale. Yeah, I never really saw comic books. I didn't live in the country, but the comic book stores on the other side of town. Never went there. Every once in a while, a drugstore would have a little spinner rack with comics on it. That was about it right there. For some reason, Star Wars never had really great art. Great artists for some. And they phoned it in. Yeah, I mean, some of them early ones I think really had for the time, really good stuff. And I think some of them do have some good issues, but a lot of times the cover art's a lot better than the inside art. Okay, this is another one I've always hated. This would be in my top 10. I never really liked this cover. Luke in a TIE Fighter. Luke in a TIE Fighter? Man, that's crazy. This one I really hate. This one I really hated this one too. Ugh. This one here, I don't know. Something about this one I've always, even when I bought it, I was like, ugh. Oh, put this one back and got another one. I don't know, something about that. Just the red and everything I didn't like. Darth Vader here, finally. Oh, I think in this one he has a dream about Luke Skywalker, about Darth Vader. Let me go back. They added all new Star Wars on that one. See that? I don't know why they added the all new text. I guess you see Vader and Luke and you think, oh, it's Empire Strikes Back or something. It's probably a way to suck people in. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to meet again. So you had to get it. Yeah, we see what you're doing there, Marvel. And that was it. They were like the all new. See? I knew what they were doing. This cover, I don't like at all either. This would be in my top 10 worst covers. I don't know if that's Luke in the eyes, but I don't like that cover at all. Looks like a slee stack. Looks like something you see on Land of Lost. So no. So we're still at 60 cents though. Let's see. I got another Princess Leia issue here, number 65. Looks like she's in some kind of Imperial thing. Let's see what else we got here. Number 66. Order 66, the comic book. Got Luke again. A lot of Luke in his X-Wing outfit again. I guess they couldn't use Han Solo. But why did they use... Why is it so... Lando. They didn't give me any Lando stories. I guess they was probably tied up and didn't know if Lando was good or bad. Because that was a question people had too. So I guess they couldn't do much with Lando either. What are we up to now? Number 67. Look at this big old... He's got big long arms, but then he's got little arms in his chest. I don't know about that one. That's okay. It's a little more kitty looking art here on this one, I think. Got Chewbacca. I think we're still in the Empire Strikes Back era. This is it. This is probably my favorite cover. This is it. I know. Oh, Jumpman, you hack. It's got a Boba Fett on it. Of course you're gonna like it. I don't care. I love it. This is a great cover. I don't think it's Boba Fett if I remember the story right, but it's a Mandalorian for sure. But I love this issue. And I love the cover. That is my favorite cover right there. But I got another one I really like coming up. But let's see. Classic covers. Spoiler alert, it's not Boba. Yep. Best cover ever. Somebody else agrees with me. Didn't they have the Return of the Jedi miniseries during this time? Yeah, they had their own... Jedi had their own series instead of linking it into the comics. We'll get to that new covers too in a few minutes. Yes, it's a Mandalorian. The first Mandalorian. How about that? I didn't think about that. You're right. Okay, are we ready? Let's go here. Number 69. Oh, 69. Cover, I'm still like... Ugh. Still think we're in... Is that Dengar back there? Is that Dengar in there? I don't think so, but it looks like Dengar. I think we're still in Empire Strikes Back era. Somebody might want to check me. I think we are. Hey, somebody said I had a Boba Fett fetish. Ashley, yes, you might be right about that. Let's see here. Got some kind of bone monster. Okay, cover. Don't hate it. Don't love it. Number 70. Oh, yeah, we're still in Empire Strikes Back era because this is a Think Back episode featuring Han Solo. It's pretty. I like this cover. It's a pretty cool cover. They look kind of. I don't know why they still got Princess Leia in her very early. Well, it is a throwback episode. So comment. I don't want to say episode. Throwback issue. So maybe that's why. But yeah, I like that cover. Number 70 is a pretty good cover. But I think we're getting very close to Return of the Jedi era. Yeah, because they're still looking for Han. I like this cover too. This is probably in my top 5 favorite covers with that Boba Fett. I really like this cover. I like the color of it. I like the color of the background. Everything blends together really good. The quest for Han Solo. You got Han and Carbonite, one of my favorite things to always see. You got Lando. Wouldn't that Lando make a cool figure? Look at him with his purple cape, his blue outfit on, his blue hair. That's so good. Make that figure. That would be really good. And Luke in kind of a new outfit also. We're still at 60 cents. I think we got 2 more before Jedi. This one's still Empire era. They're still searching for Han Solo. I love that about these. They're leading up to finding. I mean, if you read the comics, they're getting information about where Han Solo is, which I guess isn't that hard. I mean, at the end of Empire, Luke says they're going to Tatooine. I don't know why it took them so long to get there, but they're on their way to get Han. And here they stop here, and there's Box back there waving in the background. Let's see what's next. Let's see if we're in Return of the Jedi era yet. Yes, this is Return of the Jedi. If I remember correctly, you might want to double check me, but I think this is the first after Return of the Jedi comic right here. So you got Leia. Well, Leia's got like a twin, like a purple lady or something. Lando down there, looking pretty cool. Got somebody with some kind of homemade hang glider back there. Number 74. Oh, this is when Luke starts hanging out with these fish people. These later issues I just never really got into. Like I said, I know that hands were tied. They started making up a bunch of new characters. In fact, a lot of the new characters started taking over the storyline. Never liked this cover either. 75. Never liked it. Is that Luke in the middle? It looks all angry and everything. Number 78. Looks like 3PO is going to get a story here. 3PO and Vader. That's okay cover. Luke. Is this a Wampa? I mean, he's wearing a shirt. I guess not. 78. Now, this is a story about one of the. If I remember correct, I hadn't read this in years. This is a rebel that got left behind on Hoth, and he's fighting some Wampas and everything, if I remember correctly, which is pretty cool. I'll check some chats in a second. Let's get to number 80. Han Solo wanted. Here's some pirate guy looking for Han Solo. I guess he's still wanted. I don't know. Looks like Lando with a white wig on. So it's okay cover. Let's go to number 80. Ooh, Vader. But Vader's already dead by then, so you know it's not Vader, or you know it's some kind of throwback. They're trying to trick you. They're not really wordy on these comics after Jedi. You notice that they don't put bubbles and stuff, or then when you put a title on it. Now let's see if I can check some chats real quick. Vintage blasting that gentleman make a top 10 worst Star Wars vehicles of vintage Star Wars. I've thought about that because I think I did it best, but they're really not that. I don't know if I could come up with 10 bad ones. I mean, they didn't really do that many ships. I mean, we're talking what? 10, 15 ships altogether as it is. Lando loves to play dress up. Yeah, I think he did. Dressed up like a pirate and went over. Maybe he was I ain't gonna say it. You get the joke. Let's check see if I missed any chats here. Ashley says she has some wine, so watch out. She might say something she'll regret. Car shop reality. Lando as Doctor Strange. Yeah, it did have like a Doctor Strange look. Is that the Marvel figure carrier? Okay, I missed that one. 69. Yeah, the Return miniseries. First appearance of Palpatine. The Return miniseries. Wasn't Empire been the first Palpatine? Okay. Cloud car was the worst. Worst vehicle. If you're not counting mini rigs. No, I don't know. We'll go on. We're talking comics. Let's get to number 81. This is it. This is my favorite cover. This is it. It's not a special issue. Not doubled. It does got Boba Fett on it, right? Does got Boba Fett on it. I know. Not top 3. It's got Boba Fett. This is it. I would love to have a movie poster size of this one hanging up. This is my favorite cover right here. Although that other one we saw with Boba Fett was good, this one they really took some great art. I mean, look at that. It looks like none of the other comics before or after it. I don't know why this one, it's not a special issue or anything, why this one has such good art to it. Even the Star Wars logo, the color of the font they used and everything, I really love this one. Really love it. I wish they'd get rid of that little barcode down there so I can enjoy it a little better. No Luke. No Luke on that one. 82. Oh, Luke's off fighting those fish people. We're getting into this weird look, but really it's going to get really weird art in a little bit here. But these later ones I just couldn't get into, and I didn't like the art on them. Here's Luke. Here's Lando. Oh, look at him. He's almost getting hit by them fire and power. There he is with blue hair. Marvel, why'd you give Lando blue hair so much? I kind of like this one. It looks like something I wouldn't like, but something about it, although it doesn't really look like Han Solo, something about this one, something I like this one. Oh, hold on, let's go back. Oh, look at this one. Han and Chewie get on the cover now in the little Marvel logo. Number 84. How about that? I like that one, but it's not a very good looking. It looks kind of like a 70s Leif Garrett or some sexy teen singer of the 70s. 85. Well, let's go back. Look at how they made this look like a teen idol Han Solo. Look at this one here. Huh? Look like some old burned out country singer from the 70s. Got Lando back there still wearing his red cape and everything. I want a Lando figure like that. Chewbacca. Look at Chewbacca like he's losing some hair around his face or something. Yeah, at first I thought this is an okay cover, but the more I look at it, I'm like, what is... Chewbacca looks really odd. Hunter's World. Is that the Hunter? I don't think he came back, did he? Okay, that's where we're up to. Number 86. Princess Leia is getting saved by a stormtrooper. Now I'm talking about... Oh, Luke took the Marvel comic there, didn't he? Oh, they didn't give Han Chewbacca long. I always thought this had oil on the back because I thought they were robots. Let's see here. 87. I like this cover. It's kind of odd and strange, but I kind of like this cover. I don't know who the guy is down here going, ah! I don't know who that is. Got some fake Leia. She's all worried about something, some green monster. But yeah, I kind of always liked that one right there. 88. Now this would be a cool figure. They ought to do if they're going to do Black Series figures based on the comics, give us Death Lord. What was her name? Darth Vader is dead. Long live the new Dark Lord. I don't remember her name. They call her Dark Lord. But give us that. A female Darth Vader. That was pretty cool. Number 80 and 3PO graces. 3PO and R2's back at the top. We got a cover that looked just like this a few issues back, remember? But he was standing up straight. Now, the artwork's just getting... He looks like Matthew McConaughey here. Got Luke in the corner again. We're at 60 cents. So let's... What is it? Number 90? Number 90. It's a... Got Amrak bar back there in purple pants. But other than that, I can do it. It's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. Got Luke and Han now. Well, I understand they couldn't touch on what happened to the Empire. Couldn't do anything about that. Couldn't do anything about the Han and Leia relationship. Couldn't do anything about the brother and sister. They really had their hands tied in these comics. Couldn't do anything about the Jedi. They really tied their hands. Chewbacca here looks like look at them little Wookiees back there. They look like little kid Wookiees. Chewbacca looks like he's about to pass out. Looks like he had a little too much to drink or something. Oh, let's see here. Number 92. The art's finna get... Oh, this is kind of weird art. I don't know if I like this one or don't like this one. It's just kind of odd and different. It's very different. Actually, it's got the artist's name on it, but it's too small to read. But yeah, this one here, I can't decide on this one. I don't hate it. It's just so odd and different. Number 93. This is where the art really takes off. I mean, takes just like what happened? What happened? The art, it just looks so weird. Are these coming up, man? I don't know what happened. Number 93 right here. Okay, let's go to number 94. I like this cover. I can handle this cover here. And I don't hate on the Ewoks. And that's a pretty good cover. I mean, standing on a trooper helmet and everything, I can have that. This one here's kind of got that little... This is a pretty good cover. It's got that dark lady in the back. That one's okay. Hadn't really got crazy with the art like the 100 one. But let's see. Number 96. See, we got this weird art again. Look at the people back there. Look at the troopers. Everything just looks really odd. I really don't like that. You got but you got the heroes up in the corner. Oh, we went to 65 cents. Got the heroes all up there. Yeah, I don't really like this new art here. 98, again, is kind of odd looking art. I like this one. This is pretty cool cover. He's got the Falcon back there. I I don't know who that is fighting the Stormtrooper. It looks kind of like Han, but something's over his face, so I'm not really sure. That's number 98. Number 99, you got Han, Chewbacca. I mean, Lando's gonna die. Lando's gonna die. You got some little yellow lady there. Is that Luke? If Lando dies, I'll destroy your planet. How's he gonna do that? I don't know. I don't know how he's gonna destroy the whole planet. We ready? Well, let's check some chats before we get to 100 here. Junkman, for the next Star Wars Monday, you should read aloud the Imperial Troop Transport comic. I don't think you want to sit here and watch me read. Trust me. This is at a place for Roblox. Oh, no, sorry. The Cloud City issue with Lando was dope. The Cloud City, yeah. Ewoks trigger some people. Yeah, I don't hate Ewoks. They're okay. Car Shop, he's not the Return of the Jedi comic. Let's see here. 92 is the 90s style. Other than the original trilogy movies, the OG Marvel Star Wars is my favorite version of the expanded universe. Yeah, me too. I love them. This guy says, worst cover ever, coffee cup, devil face, cigarette cloud. That's Junkman has a son. Yes, I do. Thank you. Hey, Junkman, love the channel. Good luck with your. Thank you. Surgery's Monday. Thank you very much. Again, I'm probably going to miss some, but if you want to make sure I don't miss it, send a super chat. So, you like my shirt here? One of the bounty hunters are missing. You tell me which one's missing. I'm not going to give you anything. You don't want a prize. Let's go. Number 100. I like this cover here. Mine's wrinkled, and it always pisses me off. I like this cover here. It's double 100th issue. These are later in the series got really hard to find, especially when I was looking for them in the 90s. Something about Leia's that worried look, and look at this guy above Han Solo's head. It looks more like Khan from Star Trek, don't it? But I like this cover. It's a pretty cool cover here, if you ask me. Now we're getting into the art I really don't like. Okay, they're outnumbered. Wait, they're outnumbered. They outnumber Han 30-1. Boy, are they in trouble. Oh, man, a little joke there on the cover. There we go. Not a good cover. Can't really see what's going on. Don't really like that cover. And here we go with these fish people coming back again. Luke really love fighting these fish people. And they were 102, getting very close to the end. And the art I'm talking about more is on the inside than the covers. But here's some of the art here where they just look really odd. Got Leia and this little, I don't know what this thing, some kind of mime with a knife. Leia's in the Marvel box now. That's good to see. And let's see, number 104. Well, that's kind of big tick. This art, man. How do we start out so good? And look at them. I don't know what happened. Look at Luke over there. I don't know. What's Leia doing back there? Laying on a white sheet with some other man? We're at the 75 cent though. Let's see here. Number 105. Look at Luke down. I really don't like this art. I really don't like it. I hate to be a comic book hater, but I really don't like that. It's got this big rabbit and it shows its ass. I don't want to see a rabbit's ass. 106. We're almost done with this. Leia and the yellow lady's back again. This cover's okay. I think that's Leia. If it's Leia, you don't put Leia in the back. Come on, you don't put Leia in the back. So here we go, the final issue, but we got more to look at. But here's the final issue, 107. R2 again is leaning wrong. Why do they always put R2 backwards? What's going on? I like this issue. This is part of that era where I don't like the drawings as much, but I really like this issue. I wish they wouldn't put them stupid rabbits on it. But it's the last issue. It's Marvel's 25th anniversary. How much is it? Oh, that is small. I can't see. September 107. Last issue. Says it right there. I like the Star Wars blue. And I like the red and blue for Star Wars. I like this cover. Maybe that's because it's the last issue. It was the hardest one for me to track down. So maybe I got some sentimental attachment to it. But I really like this cover. It's a good final cover. You know, it's a good, hey, we're done. We're wrapping things up cover. But we're not done yet. And, in 2019, I think it was, Marvel release, issue 108. But it went back to number 51 storyline. Takes place after issue 50. Again, I don't understand, but the Hunter's back. and he's fighting Darth Vader. Now, I'm sure they did about 6 covers of this here. But this is the one I pulled out, and they had to put legends on it, because I guess it is a legend, like we wouldn't know that. But it's kind of, I don't have this. Y'all let me know. I have all the old Marvel comics. Do I need 108 in my collection to be complete? That's a question right there. Maybe I need to get it just to get it. It can't cost that much. Let's see here. Show us your collection. Says, I think I've done a video on my collection, but they're all, I was going to do them, but they're in little books and everything. It's just hard to show them the covers. Here we go to the annuals now. We're going to 3 annuals. Let's take a look at them. This is number 1, king size and annual. Star Wars, The Long Hunt. I remember there's like 3 or 4 stories inside. Luke Skywalker back there fighting some kind of flying lady and I don't know, some kind of little monsters, some kind of wolf monsters here. Number 2 of the annuals, now is $1. You got one with Han Solo on the cover and some bald-headed people walking on the wall. I don't know, I don't remember this issue. King size annual, all new Star Wars annual number 2. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really know what an annual is. I don't know why they do an annual, because it's not like an old story they just reprinted. And for these, I guess once a year they would just do a big issue and call it an annual. I'm not really sure. Number 3, annual. Darth Vader pointing at you like this. Not a really good cover, is it? Yeah, they could have come up with something better for that. But that's the whole run of the vintage Marvel series. But don't worry, still not done yet. We're gonna go away from Marvel real quick. I did a whole video on these, but let me talk about them. Wait a minute, hold on. I think Return of the Jedi. I don't think we've done that yet. Yeah, Return of the Jedi. Remember I told you they had their own series, and here it is. I like these because the covers, they all made them look alike. There's always 3 people on almost the same pose, like. So you start with this one with Lando in the back, Luke in the front, and Leia over there. And then on issue 2, so you got this almost the same pose. You got a royal guard. I mean, kind of odd they picked him, and the Emperor. I don't know why they kind of picked Vader with some troopers behind him. Would probably been better with these. But number 2 in a 4-issue limited series. I don't know what. Well, I don't know what. I bet it's not limited, but they made millions of these things. And here we go with the pose again. We've got Han, Leia, and Chewbacca, and kind of an indoor look there. I don't know when these were released, the time frame, but they might not have wanted to show the Emperor too much yet, because I know how Lucas was about hiding stuff. But I think that might be why they didn't put him on the cover yet. Saved him for the last. There's the Emperor, Luke, green saber, and Vader in the back. That's a pretty cool one. Let's see what we got next here. I don't even remember. Yeah, this is the one I remember buying as a kid at a drugstore by my house. This is the whole series of all those Return of the Jedi comics into one. And I always like this issue. I don't think it really looks that much like Mark Hamill, but I really like this cover here. This would be a cool poster to have. This is a pretty cool cover. It's got A-wings on it, so that's a plus right there. And a scout trooper. That's another plus. Let's see what's next. This is The Empire Strikes Back, when they put it all into one comic book here. Marvel Special Edition. $2. Not bad price. They got all in one issue. That Vader looks kind of weird, but that looks good. Now, they didn't do a Star Wars one like that. They didn't do a Star Wars. They didn't put all the Star Wars into one comic. But, okay, now, away from Marvel, Star Wars 3D Comics Blackthorn. Released 3 of these, I believe, around 1987. And for the longest time, I found 1 issue. And I didn't even find 2 or 3 until the internet, or like eBay, years later. They are hard to find. But not that hard now because of eBay. But I remember people was like, no, they never released 2 and 3. But here it is, 10th anniversary, Star Wars 3D. I did a whole video on these, so you might want to check that out if you don't know about these. A lot of people don't know about the Star Wars 3D comics. So there they are. Is that Leia or is that Luke? I'm not really sure. You got Luke, looks like he's running out of the room. The Emperor must have farted or something, got some steam coming up. And Darth Vader's got like a squish helmet, and he's wearing a purple cape. But that's a look at the Blackstone. And look at this one. I love this cover here. Marvel Age. I remember I found this at the comic book store, and I was like, what? It's not really, it just tells you about the upcoming Star Wars comics and stuff. It's kind of like, I guess, their news comic book, Marvel Age. I love this cover. You got all the heroes back there. Only 25 cents. And you got Luke looking like a pure badass. I love it. This is part of my collection. I had to put this in my collection. So if you're into buying the comics, although this ain't officially a Star Wars comic, you probably want this one in your set also. Because look at it. It looks cool. That would be a cool Luke figure to have. I think we're done. We're back to issue 1. Let's start all over. Talk about them again. No, that's not. We're overtime anyway. Marvel Indiana Jones. Yeah, I bought some of those Marvel Indiana Jones ones, and I never did buy them all. I wish I went back and bought them when I was buying Marvel and got them back then. I need to maybe start getting them again. Dad, Jumpman, do you have the Kenner Star Wars coloring book? I had some of them as a kid. I don't have any of them now. Giant size number. Let's see here. Still got a bunch of issues. Has Maxium Prime. Vintage Blasting says he's smoking. Benjamin Martin says, "Oh snap! I didn't know about the 3D ones. Thanks, Jump. Yeah, that whole video on them also. May want to check that out. I think it's called the Forgotten Comic Books or the Lost Comic Books or something. Check it out. And you can pick them up pretty cheap. Let's see here. Just make sure I didn't miss anything here. Is this a new chat? Nick sent $5 super chat. Thank you. Didn't even say nothing. Okay, thank you, Nick. Nick, Vader was smoking. Yes, he was. You can still get those Marvel Indiana Jones books for next to nothing. Yeah, that's why I might have to start trying to track them down because it's fun. We're just looking through back issues and everything. You know, a lot different collecting before the internet. Ashley says, "Oh, I have that one too." Let's see here. Car Shop Reality said he bought an Indiana Jones one on eBay. I got like 4 or 5 Indiana Jones ones, but I need to complete that set here. Got the Terminator 2. Maybe next week. I know it's not Star Wars related, or sometime. Maybe I'll pull out all my old comic books and go through them. I think I did a video on that already, but I'm sure you don't mind seeing it again. Wicked is not in Wicked is not in those Return of the Jedi ones. No scene on the log with Leia. Makes me think it was no. You know, no. Wicked's not in that. I have to go back and see if he's in the old Marvel ones. I didn't know that. Are the Ewoks in it? Ewoks have to be in it, right? Because I know they were hiding the look of the Ewoks. So I thought maybe that's why he's not in it. But you can't do it without any Ewoks in it. How much is number 1 worth? I'm not really sure. I ain't kept up with prices. The math doesn't add up right on Marvel's anniversary issue 107, 108, 25th to 100. I don't know what you're talking about there, but okay. Let's see here. Jumpman, if Jumpman gets 100 subscribers, he could do a chess ruffle. If I get 100 subscribers, I'll do something special for sure. Chewbacca looks like the Grinch on that cover 107. He does look like the Grinch. Annual 3 is the best cover. I don't like Annual 3 cover. Best cover issue is number 50. 50 is good. Never seen that 108. Yeah, I need to get that. Show us your collection. I read that one. Okay, I think I've read about everything here. Let's see. Let's go to the new ones here. Anyone remember the Dark Empire series? Love the Dark Empire series. Love it. Star Wars 35cent cover variant is worth $7,500. Normal cover. Now, normal is $200 now. I bought it for like $4. Yeah, I've always heard that Star Wars 35cent cover one's really high in price, but I've heard that it's never really sold for as high as people say. I don't know. I have to look into that. That might be a good video. How many did they make in the 3Ds? Just 3 of the 3D ones. 1, 2, and 3. Another super chat. Want to start a channel? Would you? You would have to email me. And be honest, people ask me to do their channel or do their podcast and stuff. And honestly, I love to do it. I don't mind doing it. I don't care if you small channel, big channel, whatever. I don't mind doing it. But honestly, you know, right now till I get 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing this, you know, part time. I have my real job, so I go to work, do all this stupid work bullshit. Then I come home and I usually spend time looking for what I'm going to do the next video on. Then I'm recording the video. Then I'm editing. And so, but email me. You have to email me. With my son's surgery coming up, things is going to be even tighter than usual. But give me an email with all the information. Can't promise, but I can promise that I'll at least think about it or try to work something out. What's the best series of comics to start with? I have a book that has all the originals in it, and I have all the Vader's comics, but I never read any of them. I would just start at the beginning. I mean, why not? I mean, it's an ongoing story. If you don't want to skip, if you want to skip the movie stuff, just start with a Han Solo where he goes off on his own. Junkman, my vote for worst comic is number 96. I don't remember what number 96 was. 96. Let me go back real quick, guys. Okay. It's a little farther back than I thought it was. 96. I'm sure it's pretty bad if it's around those 90s. 96. Oh my God, I didn't bring nothing to drink here. My throat is killing me here. 90. Almost there. Hold on. 95. Oh. 95. Did I skip 96? Is this way? What? Did I skip 98? 97? 95? 94? I skipped 96. Did he know that? Did this guy know that? Is that why you said it was the worst cover ever? I skipped 96. Hey, start this whole video over now. 96 is the worst. So bad you skipped it. I guess so. Do you have every issue? Asked Chris. Yes, I have 1 through 107, plus the 3 annuals, plus the comic books, the 3D comics, plus the Marvel Age, plus the Return of the Jedi. And like I said, should I get 108? I guess I need 108. I should count that as a part of the set. Even 3PO had a great issue. Oh, he met a female droid. Trust me, 69 is it. I'm sure. I can't believe I forgot one. That makes me mad. Anyway, guys, my throat's about to go out. I don't know how people do this. Okay. I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoy doing the Monday live chats, and we'll be back next Monday here. How old were you when Empire came out? 8, I think. 9. Matthew, I love your channel, Junkman. When I was little, I was playing with my dad's Kenner Star Wars toys. Even though I'm not from the 80s, I love them. Well, a lot to love about them right there. Made me feel old, but still. Fun stuff. Worst cover was 60. I gotta look at that 69 now. 69 is terrible. I'm sure it was. Okay. Okay, I'm dying here. Okay, guys, I want to thank you again for the chat. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for everything. And we will talk again soon. Be back probably tomorrow with another video. But until then, have fun.
Junkman. Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.